Hello common people, this is Common Guy Reviews and I am your lovely host Pepsi and happy Halloween night. I am posting this right now, it is something like 10 p.m. or more in Finland right now and I am brimming with the excitement for this night surprise movie. The Texas Chain Saw Massacre is a 1974 American independent horror film produced and co-composed and directed by Tobe Hooper, who co-wrote it with Kim Henkel. The plot of this movie follows a group of friends who fall victim to a family of cannibals while on their way to visit an old homestead. And the film was marketed as being based on true events. Ooh, that's a really scary thing, because that thing worked back in days, like with the Blair Witch Project. The reason I am reading this right now, because it is the 50th anniversary, and for that reason they bring a 4K restoration of this movie to the theater's special screening. And what a pleasant surprise that my local theater took it, even though my local theater is really small compared to the others. I exclusively messaged them and asked that, are you going to take the Texas Chain Saw Massacre 50th anniversary restoration to your screening? Because you're kinda small, and they said yes, we are. And I couldn't be happier. The Halloween time is near, we have already decorated our house, and we're waiting for the season to start fully. We're going to celebrate the main day somewhere at the end of this month, maybe first of the next month, because this kinda stops really silly when it stops on Thursday. And now yeah, by the way, you can hear that I don't have any script for this shit, so this is coming on natural. So very clunky and very dissatisfying for the ears. You know, it is the spooky season screening time, and we are going to the movies. So how well this one will hold after 50 years? I wasn't even born when this movie first came out, but I watched this as I was a kid. But I don't remember a lot of it, so it's really nice now to go and watch it as it has been restored to 4K. But I won't babble anymore, because without further ado, let's go and watch this movie. No cool transitions here, just pure see you later, or rather, see you soon. And we are back. Oh, how good that movie popcorn just tastes. I have to say it every time, don't I? The Texas Chain Saw Massacre was a bit of different than I thought, but there was absolutely amazing scenes I like to highlight right now. First of all, the jump scares were really good. Like the first one, where the Frank and his girlfriend went to the house and the Leatherface killed them, and then later the one guy with an afro head comes to look for them and looks on the freezer. And when he opens the freezer, there's the girl frozen, just opens her eyes and just pops up. That's really good. And I also liked how they introduced Leatherface. When the first guy went in there, it wasn't jump scare. He was casually walked out of the doorframe and just hit him with the hammer. And just tossed his body like a wet sack and closed the door. That was really good. But the one thing that I think that was silly was the chase scene, because it went so long. The girl just screamed and ran, and the Leatherface was just, holy shit, the stamina he has is incredible, but it was just so long. And after, when they're sitting on the table, when there is a father and the mad guy and the Leatherface and their grandpa, who for some reason is alive even if it looks like he's dead, the girl just screams when she wakes up, and it just takes on, it goes like 10 minutes, nothing but screaming and the dramatic camera shots on her eyes, but it's classic. And I think it was, back then, really scary, a really haunting movie, because I can surely see that the jump scares they made now, they hold up on some level even today. I bet that when it was the time when they watched it in the 1974, it was real gruesome and it made people scared, like really scared. But yeah, that was a fun watch, I can't complain. It was really just mood. What's that? There wasn't a lot of people. There was us, and there was a couple and two other dudes who sat on the back row. And we were there and we were watching it, and there were just funny scenes or comedic scenes that we saw it, like the screaming part or how they mocked the screaming girl, and some people laughed, and we laughed too, because it looked funny. But yeah, I think it holds up. 50 years and it's still pretty good movie. Pretty solid horror movie. And not so gory that you would expect, because they kinda hid all the gore in the crevices, like the camera was angled just right that you just couldn't see how it was summing up. It was just all implied. But yeah, that was good. If you have a chance to go and see this movie, I absolutely recommend that you go and see it. If it's the first time you see it or if you're an old fan, there is really no reason not to go to see it. But thank you for tuning in. It's late at night. I'm ready to hit the sack. I think I'll just sit down for a moment and just take in what I haven't experienced today and then I go to sleep. But until then, I'll see you in the next time. Goodbye.